chariots, welcome back to another pick a card reading that I have for you today. And today's reading is titled, Are You Thinking of Me? So let's take a look and see what is going on with your person and what they're thinking about at this time, what messages it is that you need to know. All right, I do have 3 piles for you to choose from, and we are going to look at pile 1 here. This is the Ethereal Tarot, okay, and with this I have the Crystal of Malachite. Okay, so this is going to be your reading. And pile 2, we have the Spirit Song Tarot, okay, along with the Smoky Quartz. And then pile 3, this is the Journey of the Sacred Bee Tarot, and this is a beautiful stone of blue apatite. Okay, so my chariots, you know what you need to do to pick your piles. If you're drawn to more than one, that's perfectly fine. That means that there's other messages in the piles that you may need to hear. And if none of these are resonating with you, if you are not connecting with any of the messages that I give today, that's perfectly fine. You can go within and be okay with that and recognize that the reading is not for you. These readings are for the collective, they're general readings, all right? So if you are not connecting to this reading, you can surely go in and look at the other readings that I have uploaded thus far, or you can go and take a look at the other wonderful, amazing readers that we have on YouTube. There's many, okay? It is a great community, and they each have their own way. They follow their own intuition for connecting with spirits, okay? So you can go check out one of those. All right, so let's get started. Pick your pile, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello, pile 1. All right, you chose here the Ethereal Vision Tarot along with the Malachite Stone. Today's reading is titled, Are You Thinking of Me? So let's take a look at what your person is thinking about, see if they're thinking about you, and what messages you need to hear at this time. All right, pile 1. So before we get started, though, let's just take that moment to center ourselves. Okay. So if you can take in a deep breath for me at this time. Go within, quiet your mind. I am looking for my intuition to connect with yours so I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most at this time. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power. And I am connected to the divine. So pile 1, I am feeling big energies in regards to this pile in having to do with really connecting in some way to the upper chakras. Okay, so when you take a look at this Ethereal Vision Tarot, you see the greens and the purples here. And I do get that sense of there's like a heart center, heart chakra, crown chakra, in between there. The energy is flowing very highly at this moment. All right. The stone of malachite, being that it's green itself, and if you can see, this is one of those stones that are described as being bandits. You see there's all these little lines, these bandit lines that go through it, making it so beautiful. This is a stone actually that's very important to travelers. Okay, it's protection for travelers. So if any of you have been traveling a lot, it's you may be drawn to this stone, or you're aware and you keep one with you at all times. The color green itself is representing the heart chakra, as I mentioned. Um, because it is a stone about really bringing out your true emotions, whether they are positive or negative, okay, whether they are, feeling good or not, it brings out the truth regardless. Okay, so it is a powerful stone in that aspect that brings a lot of reflection, okay, into play. So let's take a look, and we will start with some tarot cards and see what's going on here. We're asking Spirit today for pile one. The title is, Are You Thinking of Me? So let's see for pile one's person, are they thinking of you? And if not, what is on their mind? What are they thinking about? And the messages that you need to hear. So we have the Seven of Cups. And we have the Six of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles. And the King of Swords. Wow, this is interesting. We have two kings here. So I definitely feel that there's some sort of tug. There's um, a pull that's going on within your person. Let me also grab, let's see, how about Myth and Fire? I'll take a card from Myth and Fire before we get started. Finding solutions. All right. And that's sort of there's the energy that's coming through pile one for your person, in the sense that there's some sort of evolution that I feel, or there's some sort of uh, your person is somehow learning how to feel the spiritual connection that they sort of have going on at this time, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is, I do feel like this is, the person that we're talking about, the person that you're thinking about, they're very much used to moving through uh, this world in that ego and the pride, okay, that they carry with them. They live through that. It's sort of a material way to look at things. And I feel that the spiritual side of them complicates things. All right, there's been a struggle here, because I feel like your person very much of the time tries to remain logical and practical about certain situations, especially when it comes to relationships and love and certain types of feelings and connections. And the fact that you're drawn to the Malachite, which is talking about inner true feelings, I do feel like this is someone who right now is thinking if they can sort of expand their view in the way they see things. So, for what they're feeling for you at this time, regardless of the situation in this 3D material world, because when I'm doing this reading, we're talking about those higher energies, okay? Um, what I feel like your person is trying to come to terms with is, if you look at the Seven of Cups here, I feel like this is someone that's really trying to figure out how they can remove this mask that they've been wearing. All right. And this card is actually representing the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups for me is always a card about trying to gain that clarity. You know, there's murkiness here, there's confusion. It's like these gray clouds have been over your person when it comes to trying to understand what you mean to them and how you fit into their life. Okay. And I feel that it's something that's been difficult for them because with the Six of Wands here, you know, they're always someone, especially with this King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. I mean, if you look at these cards in general, you know, this is someone that wants to show that they got things in control, that they have a handle on things. Okay. And even though these are representing different elements, okay, their overall energy that's coming through is, look how proud these kings look. You know, they don't like to admit when they make mistakes. They don't like to feel like they've made the wrong choice. All right. And yet, to me, it's because it's all based off of this card right here, the Six of Wands. This is someone that's very stuck in their ego. They're ego driven. They're very proud. All right. And they need that public recognition and that validation from others. Okay. So much so that this is where they look, okay, for that satisfaction instead of going in and trying to deal with their own heart and their feelings when it comes to you. Because I feel for them, what they think about right now at this time when it comes to you is confusion. Okay, confusion in the sense of, what does this connection mean to me? You know, what is the purpose of this? And I feel that they've tried to move through and be practical and deal with finding solutions that they could, you know, sort of as, um, you know, uh, really taking hold of what goes on in this 3D material world. And yet at the same time, it's very frightening and confusing for them with this energy over here, because I feel like they're trying to get a hold of that spiritual energy that they know is within them, but never was really awakened until I feel that they interacted with you. So they think about how right now they are very aware, okay, of what they can feel when they actually spend time focusing on this sense of realizing that there's something that goes on beyond this 3D material world. And yet it's still a struggle. It's still very difficult for them, because I do feel like they have these um, commitments, they have responsibilities, they have, um, you know, things that they are responsible for, things that they need to lead, things that they need to provide for right here with this King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. We're talking about the energy of you know, we have Aquarius energy over here, and then we have the Pentacle energy. The King of Pentacles is, I'm sorry, you could see I'm having a brain. It's not Capricorn, it's Taurus, all right? And it's very earthy, you know, this energy that's coming through right here, you know, really concerned about the material world and how people look at them. So let's see what else I can get. the Tower, the Star, the Nine of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Pentacles. I feel at this time, again, this reading is titled, Are You Thinking of Me? And you very much are on, your person has you on their mind, all right? There's something here, the Seven of Pentacles, they're doing a lot of reflection, okay? And that's what malachite, the stone malachite, is all about. And I feel here, what is difficult for your person at this time, pile one, is when I look at this King of Swords, this is someone that's very proud, okay? They want to do well, and they want people to look up to them. It's also an energy about truth and clarity because we're talking about this sword energy, the element of air, what has to do with the mind. So I feel that it's very challenging for your person because although they are definitely trying to move forward and live in this reality that they're in, all right, they also have a sense of, I am feeling a strong sense of intuition that comes from this person, which is why, I felt that from the minute I saw the purple on this card. And if you even look at this King of Swords here, they're wearing the purple cloth. It shows me that they are trying to connect with their third eye chakra. They're trying to connect with, we're talking about all three upper chakras here, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. And even though I feel like they're making their way when it comes to below, when we're talking about the energies below the heart center, the heart chakra, when we're dealing with reality and feeling safe and secure, your person seems to be very focused as that King of Pentacles, okay? But their struggle is dealing with the logic to be able to move through in this reality and also understand that there's something much more that exists beyond just what is standing right in front of them, what they just see with their eye, okay? And as I look at the clarifying cards that come through, this Seven of Cups, it shows me the fear and the confusion of not knowing what to do because your person recognizes what a tower moment this has been for the two of you. All right. They see you when they do think of you as the beautiful shining star. Look at this card. This is beautiful in this deck. And this is how I feel that they see you, you know. Um, it is overwhelming for them with this clarifying energy. It is overwhelming because they realize that I feel that they have a lot going on, whether it comes to their job, if there's family, whatever their responsibilities are. Okay. I feel that there's a lot, this could be someone that has to manage or lead or they oversee something. And that could just be family in general and a house that needs to be maintained, could be financial status of certain things. It could also just be their career and a job and what they have to oversee, that is all included in the stresses that your person carries with them. All right. And because of that, you're very much on their mind in the sense of there's a struggle here of almost being hesitant to believe is, almost sort of, what's coming through is this type of feelings that they have for you that they encountered with you, too good to be true. Is it too good to be true? And even though I feel like there's this Knight of Cups here, that's the struggle for them right now. They are trying to gain clarity. They're looking for this new beginning. Look at how this Knight is looking at this Ace of Swords. I feel very much that they think about wanting to come forward and extend this cup. Right. And certain things may prevent them at this time from being able to do that. All right. We do have the 10 of Pentacles here, and I feel yet they're still working through their life and they're trying to find solutions. They're trying to find a way so that they can balance, both the spiritual and material sides in this equation, to have that equal balance. Because right now you can sense that there is a sense of frustration. We have this 7 of Pentacles here, and you can feel the frustration as this person steps back and they're looking at the coins that they have right now, and that is all the different buckets, the different areas of their life. They're thinking about it heavily. And look, even underneath here, we have the Hermit, which shows me, the reflection, the self-reflection that this person is doing. All right. So let's get some other cards before we close out the reading. What do I want to pull? How about I pull Wisdom of the Oracle and see what else, Spirit, do we need to know in regards to pile one's person? What are they thinking about at this time? Wow, observer. So, if there's any question, if you wonder, if your person is thinking about you, um, look at this. I feel like this is someone that takes a lot in, this is a watcher. And I don't mean that, in a stalking sort of way. I mean, this is someone that really is trying to observe and understand and get to the truth and clarity of what it's like to have, what it's like to experience this spiritual awareness that they have gained since they've met you. Look, this is number 49. It reduces to 13, and that is the Death card. All right, and the Death card is all about that transformation. It's about a rebirth, and I feel very much that this is what your person is going through right now. All right, a rebirth. All right. It's like they're going through some sort of awakening on their own. And even though it may be baby steps or small steps, things that you may not notice, things that you may not see, okay, that you may not be aware of, you need to know that with this 9 of Swords here, I feel like it's not easy for your person. But I feel like they're making it, they're taking these steps to really truly understand what they feel for you, how they have felt for you, especially now as they carry on. Okay. So to close out the reading, I'm going to pull one from the Power of Surrender. So Spirit, for pile 1, what do we need to surrender in regards to this connection between them and their person? Surrender the idea that you can fix someone. So it's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. And I do feel like this is a reminder for you. Also on the bottom of the deck here, I feel like there's also surrender to defensiveness. So I feel like Spirit's trying to get a message to you, pile 1, that, whatever it is that your person's going through, how your person is learning to move forward in their journey, this is that reminder for you, all right, that you need to be focusing on yourself, all right, and fixing yourself, not um, not thinking that you can fix or change this person because things didn't work out the way that you wanted them to. All right. And then we also have here defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non defensive response. All right. So I also feel like there's a little bit of anger and resentment that comes, that's coming through from you, pile one. Just anger and frustration because of perhaps how slow your person is moving in their journey. You want them to move as fast as you, and that's just not the case. All right, so I'm going to leave the reading here. I hope it resonated with you, pile one. Let me know if it did in the comments, and I will see you again at the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile two. Okay, you chose, this is the Spirit Song Tarot with the smoky quartz, and this is going to be a reading. We are asking Spirit today. Today's title is, Are You Thinking of Me? So let's take a look and see if your person is thinking of you, and if not, what exactly is on their mind at this time. All right, so pile two, if you can take in a deep breath for me. And just be still for a moment. Go within. And I'm looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most at this time. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power. And I trust the guidance that my third eye gives to me. Excuse me. Okay. So I have to tell you, the energy that's coming from pile two today, very strong energy of the need for grounding. Okay. Just a very solid type feeling, that need to be in this present moment is what's coming from this energy before I even pull the cards. And speaking of smoky quartz, you were drawn to smoky quartz, which anyone that works with crystals is familiar with them. Just in general, knows that smoky quartz is a very grounding stone. All right. So this is a stone that's associated with the root chakra, about the confidence of feeling secure in oneself, feeling safe, and feeling that they're here in this present moment, in this 3D material world. I feel there's a strong need for that. All right. Um, the the thing that people love about smoky quartz is it's known that it can transmute negative energy. So you will always see people with smoky quartz are wearing it for those that are looking to transform any type of negative energy that they pick up. It transmutes it into that positive energy. So that's why it's a popular stone as well. All right. So let's take a look, pile two, and see what comes through in regards to your person. And see if they're thinking of you, and if not, what is going on. So we have the Knight of Acorns. So we have the Knight of Wands. The Nine of Crystals, which is the Nine of Pentacles. Eight of Shells, which is the Eight of Cups. Ace of Acorns, which is the Ace of Wands. And we have number 13, the Death card here, which is termed transformation. What else am I pulling? Oh, let's take a look at, I'm going to pull one from Myth and Fire. Let's see here. What else? Healing and replenishing. Okay. So your person, pile two, I feel very much, and I'm just looking here before I, put these back. On the bottom of the deck, many lifetimes are here, but I feel the need to keep this just to the side so we could recognize the fact. I feel like this is someone that has struggled. Okay, this is someone that has struggled, and not just in this lifetime. I do feel that this many lifetimes is here because I feel that your person has struggled to feel that sense of security. And confidence within themselves. So I almost feel like this is sort of a life cycle lesson that your person has continuously repeated in past lives or parallel lives that are going on. And it's all based, to me, on the need for them to heal and replenish. Okay, there's a need for healing, and their soul needs to be replenished in some way. I feel that right now your person is very driven. We have this Knight of Acorns, the Knight of Wands, and it's this hog that's looking in the direction of the Nine of Crystals, which represents that Nine of Pentacles, which is all about that freedom and independence. And it's knowing that you have the security and the abundance, but this is within yourself. When we're talking about nines, we're talking about self here. So I feel like, you are connected with someone that has struggled in many lifetimes to feel that they are secure and safe within themselves. And I do feel for you, pile two, we have the Eight of Shells here, which in this deck represents quest. It represents a renewal, and that's why the starfish is here. But the starfish for me is also a very unique creature, right? And it's showing me that it's, first of all, a sense of this person not wanting to give up on themselves. They keep trying, and even if it's small steps, they're still, I feel very strongly that they have recognized from you, pile two, the need and the quest here for them to move forward. All right, to move forward so that they can embrace this liberation, this freedom that they're seeking. Because there's something here where I feel they've always felt stuck or they've felt bound. And again, this could be due to childhood issues that they've had to endure, or it could just be representing, again, I feel that they've been stuck in a continuous cycle within lifetimes of constantly feeling that they're not worthy, that they're constantly feeling that they're not secure. All right. And now finally this 8 of shells is here, which is the 8 of cups, which is that realization that your person needs to move forward so that they could get to that 9th cup. They're working, on that renewal. They're taking this step, they're taking the quest, this journey to reach that emotional fulfillment that I feel has been a void for them for a very long time. And in doing so, because of doing this, we have the Ace of Acorns here, this Aries, this Ram, definitely this passionate energy is coming through. I feel, not only do I feel the root chakra, but the redness, the element of fire and passion are here. I'm sorry, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, that fire. So there, because of this renewal to not give up and wanting to continue to move forward, we have this Ace of Wands here showing that there is a force that your person is looking for that new beginning, for that potential, all right, to finally step into those shoes where they feel good about themselves, they feel confident about who they are. And because of that, we have the transformation card here. This is all about transition for them. And I do feel that they owe it somewhat to you, and that's what they think about right now when we're asking that question. Are they thinking of me? There's almost not that they feel like they owe you something, but they definitely recognize how you have helped them to transform and helped them to push them in this direction on, in the journey that they are taking to better themselves, to improve themselves. All right, so let's see what else I can get from clarifying. The 7 of Acorns, which is the 7 of Wands, the Ace of Feathers, which is the Ace of Swords, and we have the Ace of Shells, which is the Ace of Cups. We have the Chariot, and we have the 7 of Shells. All right, and on the bottom of the deck, look at this, the 4 of Shells, the 4 of Cups. So we're ending here strongly with this energy. I can't help this the 4 of Shells here. Okay, the 4 of Shells. Look at this soul searching. It's a reevaluation, okay, of where they've been in life. Okay, very, this clarifying energy is full of determination to move forwards. Okay, determination to move forwards. They are working very hard. There's a lot of, here's the 7 of Acorns, which is the 7 of Wands, so don't think that they don't feel that this is a walk in the park to them. All right. For them, this is a lot of adversities and challenges that they are overcoming within themselves. Okay. Because this strictly is a journey of them that they're focusing on. And they're including you in the sense that I feel you were the trigger to drive them to want to improve themselves, whether you are in this person's life in this 3D material world or not. All right. The Ace of Feathers is here showing me the clarity that they are trying to gain. All right. They're realizing that their foundation, the foundation that is within their head, their mental ability, finally needs to change, okay, in order to drive this. So in order to drive this abundance that they're looking for, that clarity needs needs to change, and they are trying to gain the momentum. They are trying to gain the stamina. All right. But don't get me wrong and don't get them wrong. They're still very defensive because this is a very fragile time that they're in. All right. They want this ace of shells. They want this happiness and abundance. And they do think of you. Okay, when we're talking about those energies and those feelings. As you can see here with the Ace of Acorns, the Ace of Shells, and the Ace of Feathers, this person is dying for that new beginning. They are dying for a new opportunity here. They want that very much. They're very determined. I have two cards here talking about determination. That Seven of Acorns, and then look at this, the Chariot. And this is the year of the Chariot. This is Cancerian energy. This is about being disciplined to move forward. It is all about that forward movement. Look at how is this like a hippo? No, it's not a hippo. What is this? What is this guy called? On this, I'm sorry, I was interrupted there because I'm trying to think of the name of this animal. But look how they're on this branch, right? And they're determined to keep going. It looks like a branch. Is it a branch? It almost looks like a branch. I could see it in two different ways. It looks like they're on a branch, and yet it also looks like a road and a journey that they're on. Okay, and look, there's these like, they could get stuck. They could get stuck. There's certain things that they still have to work through. There's certain things that they have to weed through in their lives. Again, another reminder from Spirit saying, don't, don't underestimate what your person is going through. This is a tough journey for them. But it's leaving them for opportunity to have choices, new ambitions. Look at this, the Seven of Shells, which is the Seven of Cups. It's opening their world to opportunities that they never thought that they would be able to have. All right. In some cases, that Seven of Cups is always a what do I do now type of energy, but yet I feel very driven from the energy of this reading that it's not so much what do I do, but it's almost, coming to that realization that this person knows that, hey, I do have options. I do have different opportunities. I do have different ways that I can change my life and I can make it better. All right. Ooh. Lots going on here with this person, all right? Lots going on. But, I love here this Four of Shells. It almost looks like this beautiful heron that's here, showing the reevaluation and the soul searching that your person is doing, and it is because, it's triggered, with you. And I always believe that connections are always meant to be for whatever reason that is. There's always a lesson that needs to be learned, or that person plays an important part, an important role in your life, whether if it's short-lived or not. I definitely feel that your person recognizes that you are the one that helped them to steer themselves in a different direction than what they were going. So let's see what else. Let me pull from here. This is Wisdom of the Oracle. If there's anything else, Spirit, in regards to pile 2. Come to the edge. Look at this. Number 36. It's the Hermit. All right. And that's, I feel like it's a mixture of that self-reflection, that self-evaluation, along with the Fool, and being able to take this journey. And for your person, pile 2, all right, they very much feel that this is a risk, and they realize for you, the two of you are a risk. Okay, it's a big risk to them because you have triggered them to have to open up and deal with wounds that I feel that they've sort of been putting on the back shelf, the back burner for cycles here, many cycles, and you are that trigger, okay, and that inspiration to change things, but at the same time it's very intense and it's very raw. So it's still I feel a difficult uh it's difficult for your person to sort of wrap their head around when it comes to you. So I wouldn't be surprised, pal, too, if many of you come back and say you feel actually distant from your person at this time, because they might have had to segregate themselves from you, from this connection, in order for them to feel like they have taken a hold of this part of their life. And then look at this on the bottom of the deck is Loyal Heart. This is the card that I use as my twin flame card. All right, number 35 reduces to 8, and that's Leo energy. There is that passion again, that rawness, that drive of needing courage. Okay, your person right now is definitely at a time in their life where they need all the courage that they can get. So I'm going to close out with Power of the Surrender and see what it is, pile 2, that you need to focus on. What is it that you need to focus on in regards to this connection at this time? Wow, surrender your need to always be right. Okay? And then surrender to play. So I feel for you, pile 2, your advice right now during this time of your person, because I have to admit, the energies from this reading were very strong, very powerful. And as I said from the beginning, I feel that there's a lot going on here with the root chakra, okay, within your person. And there's a struggle here, and perhaps your person has segregated because, you feel that you're trying to help this person, but they feel like you're trying to control the situation. So give others the gift of letting them be right. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. All right, so that's something for you to make a mental note of, and especially in this connection with your person, you have to be able to compromise. All right. Even when you think that you're right about something, if that's something that's continuous, then there's something that you're struggling with on your own that also needs to be examined, where you need to turn inward, where you need to look towards yourself. And at the same time, because of the intensity that I'm feeling in regards to this connection, Spirit's reminding you, like, what are you doing to play? All right. Take a break from overthinking a goal. So I feel that that's Spirit's way of saying you're way too in your head about this. All right. You're way too invested. All right. And just because you learn to create healthy boundaries doesn't mean that you're not invested, but it's time for you to do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation, which also shows me again, this power of the root chakra where we're talking about being grounded. I feel that your person's really working hard to ground themselves and get themselves in this lifetime. And yet for you, I feel perhaps you're a little bit more flighty when it comes to this situation, and that you need to pull yourself down and ground yourself as well. And while we're at it, Spirit is saying, please take some time to enjoy life. Stop being so serious about this. All right. Try to take some time to stop and smell the roses and smile. This is something that I feel that you're not doing at this moment. All right, pile two. So I'm going to leave the reading here. I do hope it resonated with you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again at the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile three. All right, you chose the Journey of the Sacred Bee, and then we also have the blue apatite stone here for our reading today. Today's reading titled, Are You Thinking of Me? That's what we'll be taking a look at. So we'll see if your person's thinking about you. If not, what are they thinking about at this time, and what messages you need to hear in regards to them? All right, so let's get started. But before we do, let's take that moment to just center ourselves and go within. So pile three, if you can take in a deep breath for me at this time. Just quiet your mind for a second. I am looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most at this time. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power. And I trust that my highest good is unfolding. Now pile three, with the sacred journey of the bee, as I look at these bumblebees that are on the card, along with the blue apatite stone that you were drawn to, there's very much a sense of community that's coming through here. All right, a strong sense of community. And this stone itself is all about, it's a stone about learning, and it is a stone about inspiration. All right. And it gives us insight into accepting others for who they truly are, it's a stone that appreciates the service for all mankind. So it's almost like that energy of a humanitarian. So I'm not sure whether you or your person um, are humanitarians, but there's just definitely this sense and this need to feel like you want to belong somewhere, or you want to be helping a community, or you want to be serving others in some way where you feel that you're providing them something that can help them. All right. Um, Definitely a very inspiring type of energy. But let's get a look and see what's going on here. And I do feel with your person, pile three, if this is resonating, because again, as I look at the cover of this card, I feel like it's been a struggle for your person in trying to connect the dots of life to where exactly they fit in when it comes to the grand scheme of things, the bigger picture. But it's more about for them, like, where do they fit in the here and the now? So we have strength. And we have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Moon. And we have the Six of Swords. And we have the Six of Cups. And then let me grab one here from, this is Myth and Fire. Ooh. Dreams coming true. Now that's interesting because it did come out backwards. I'm just looking. My deck is not upside down. So that is interesting. So I'm gonna leave it I'm gonna leave it like this just so I can feel the energy here that I'm dealing with. I feel that um with this card that came out upside down, dreams coming true, there's a strong feeling with this moon card here as the center of the energy that your person, do they think about you? Yes, but I feel what they think about is how they've hid their feelings from you, how they truly feel about you, with this Six of Cups here. And they still feel that, they still feel the soul connection with you. Um, there's a sweetness to it that I'm picking up on. All right. It's almost like that sweet honey, nectar. It's the daisies, very innocence, nostalgia, right? There's something here full of nostalgia, sweet memories that your person holds on to. Look at how this card is showing two people holding hands. I feel that this is something that is showing how the two of you are still linked together in some way. All right. And yet, because the moon is here in this center energy, it shows me, first of all, look at how full this moon is here, how emotions are running up very high. All right. They're running very high when it comes to the feelings that they have for you. Right. And there's something here that they have clarity regarding. And it's almost as I said, if you look at the picture, when I talked about at the very beginning of the reading, looking at this cover, which is the same, your person has been trying to put the pieces together, pieces of this puzzle. And that puzzle is all about the two of you and what that connection means to your person. Excuse me. I feel like I'm going to start to lose my voice here. Um, and they feel that they're drawing some sort of conclusion, like they're coming to that mental clarity that I feel that they did not have, okay, over the course of time. So and there's something here that shows me they're trying to be very strong. There's something that they're trying to be very strong in regards to. We have the Leo energy here of the Strength card, and that's all about having to have that courage, and being courageous. Um, and I feel that it's almost as if your person is developing the courage to further, connect these dots as as a way, as a means of trying to understand what exactly your connection means to them. And it's been very much hidden, secrets, with this moon here, but it's yet still very emotional for them with the Six of Cups and this moon energy. I'm also looking at the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is about healing. Okay, it is about healing. It's about moving on, something that's going to better you. And in this card here, it talks about earned success, and I feel that your person is feeling that within their own heart, that they're finally, perhaps they feel successful in some sort of way. It's like they feel successful because they're really starting to, again, connect the dots. I feel there's been this energy here, like they just don't know where they stand. And that doesn't mean just in regards to you. It's a stronger energy that, again, has to do with community, being a humanitarian. Like, I feel like this is someone who's really struggled to, they really struggle how they fit into this world and if they belong here, and there's feelings that are here that they almost sometimes feel like, have they come from somewhere else other than this world that they're living in, are they just in this human body and really like they go beyond that collective consciousness thinking about what else, is in store for me. Uh, it's an energy of awe and wonder, and yet at the same time, I feel that it's very much linked to you, pile three. Let's see what else. The Four of Wands. Wow. Four of Wands came out in pile two as well. The What is this? Oh, the Four of Pentacles. Justice. The Three of Pentacles. The Hermit. And on the bottom of the deck, the Hierophants. Okay. That overall energy of Taurus. And what I'm feeling from this Hierophant, if you take a look here, and then we have the Devil behind that. If you take a look at this Hierophant, um, and there's keys here, right? There's two keys here, but again, we have this symbol here, where your person's really trying to connect the dots and make sense of who they are. Okay, when it comes to this lifetime, there's a higher learning that's going on here. There's a higher learning, and it's a very first of all, I'm feeling a very strong connection between the two of you. Okay, with this Four of Wands, we have the 11-11 energy with the Six of Cups. Do you see this? And it's like I feel like there's no end here. All right. There's a strong energy with this Justice card right in the center, clarifying the moon. That even though there's secrets, I feel that your person is very clear when it comes to their heart. I'm looking at a heart here of how they feel for you. And it's funny how their emotions right now are 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 greater. You see this, they're not in balance in this Justice card, even though, justice represents trying to find that balance. But when I'm looking at this scale today, I'm just noticing, we have the bee over here, and yet we have the heart here, and that's weighing more. So I feel like they're weighing more in on their emotions than they have been. Okay. Um, I'm just looking, there's this sense of your person really trying to come to terms with um, how they could build and collaborate in this community. It's almost like they're searching, like if I could find something. Because I feel like there's a realization with your person. There is a realization here that they're finally coming to the sense that they realize that we are all connected in some way. And even though they feel a very deep, strong connection with you, it's this sense of community. So I feel like they're almost trying to, do they realize that they're actually in search of a more spiritual type community, perhaps something that they've never been part of before? Okay. And now they're getting that sense that they're finally kind of feeling their way to understanding who their tribe is, their soul tribe. I'm just looking here, trying to see what else. It's almost an energy that they're really understanding. They're trying to get to the bottom of what their sole purpose is in this life, and with that, there's this balance. There's this balance that is needed here. And I'm very drawn to this Justice card, which is that Libra energy of peace and harmony and truth, right? And how green it is. Like there is this heart chakra, trying to open the heart chakra. It's as if your person has reached perhaps this point of, I feel that maybe their heart chakra has been blocked for a while. And now they're finally working on sitting in this energy of how they truly feel for you, pile three. It's almost like I feel perhaps this is someone who didn't want to deal with their feelings that they had for you. There's almost this sense here that if they put those feelings away, they assumed that perhaps things would go away for them. Okay, and let me know if that resonates for anyone. It's I'm getting this strong feeling like your person has really resisted in having to deal with the emotions that they have felt for you. And they've incorporated themselves in different ways into their community, into some type of community around them as well, as a means to try to move forward and just push on. And yet, it's as if these feelings of nostalgia, these sweet memories, this 1111 energy of this connection that they feel with you is something that they realize that they cannot put behind them. It's something that they do have to deal with. So I finally feel that even though you may not know, because the moon is here, and to me that is representing that your person still carries these emotions within them. They don't disclose them to you, that they're actually sitting in these feelings for you, and they're actually open to exploring that more than what they were in the past. All right. So let's see, what else can I get here? Let's get a card from Wisdom of the Oracle. Hold on one second. Oh, wow. Go the distance. This is number 47. Okay. And that reduces to 11, which is the Justice card that's here. I feel like your person is going the distance in regards to, again, really trying to sit with the feelings that they have for you, instead of just pushing them away. Because there's this really strong sense that's coming forward that they really feel like they thought there's some sort of feeling coming through like they would have been able to move on from you by now. That's the message that I'm getting. And they haven't been able to do so. And then also on the bottom of the deck is poised. And that's number 48, which reduces to 12, and that's the Hanged Man. So I do get the sense that your person is looking out for you. They're watching over you in some way. And yet they remind, like, to you, to your eye, they remain very poised. They remain very still. I don't know why I can't speak. I apologize. I feel like my throat chakra is highly activated for this reading. Um, I almost get this feeling like I don't know if your person has a hard time actually trying to express and explain the feelings that they actually have for you. They may have never even had that conversation, or it's just been very brief. But when it was time to get to the heart of the matter, they weren't able to do so. Okay. And so now we're at this period where I feel like it's a limbo for the two of you, where your person, no action is being taken from them, and they are uh, just sort of sitting there in this energy, going with the flow. They're not, it appears to you that they're very poised, they're very still, that they're not doing anything in the direction towards you, but behind the scenes, what I'm actually seeing is how they're willing to look at their feelings and really sit there and realize how these emotions for them have not changed, even though with the passing of time, is what I'm trying to say. So let me see if I could close out this reading here with power of the surrender. So let's see what you need to do, pile 3. What do you need to surrender in regards to this connection? Goodness, I apologize. And even though they remain still, what I'm drawn to at the moment is, this woman who is so poised. When you look at the picture, it almost, it looks like a butterfly, which is showing me that transformation, that inspiration, um, that your person feels. There's an inspiration here. Surrender to stubbornness, right? If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. And on the bottom of the deck is surrender to inner peace. So I do feel like Spirit's calling you towards your inner peace. Okay? Perhaps there is stubbornness that existed between the two of you when it comes to this connection. You're taking a stand in one direction, and your person, kind of took a stand on another direction. And it's all about that compromise. It's about meeting in the middle. And it's something that Spirit wants you to reflect on while turning to yourself for the inner peace that I feel that you're craving right now. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In a quiet meditative moment, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So it's very interesting. Look at these two cards, how the women are both posed very much sort of in that surrender state of being able to just free, to go with the flow, to feel that flow of energy and to just go with it. It seems like perhaps with the stubbornness and the rigidness, you know, you're in this state where you're feeling like you cannot move because of whatever happened here, the situation with your person, and Spirit saying, no, that's not true. All right. So pile 3, I'm going to leave the reading here. I hope it resonated with you. All right. And I will see you again at the next reading. Bye.